Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's been a long time since we've been on the air, and we want to welcome you back to Somerset Sports. I'm Gary.
I'm Jack.
And over to my far left is Adam. Adam is, if you've seen him on the Somerset Scoop, you'll know who he is. He works in our tourism department and also a big fan of sports.
Fringe sports.
Fringe sports.
Yes.
If
A
you
fringe
can,
sports fan.
If you can read his hat, I can't zoom in
Yes.
because we don't have a cameraman. But what does your hat say?
Westchester Field Hockey.
Westchester Field
And I
Hockey.
figured, as we are taping this today, it is the official start of college field hockey season. How about that? So I figured it's
There's
very
something I didn't know.
very apropos to have a Division II powerhouse.
There you go.
The Westchester Golden Rams. One of my favorites.
Yes.
I don't know when they play this weekend, but I'll be watching.
And
You can watch that sort of thing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Adam's daughter,
It's great.
for transparency, is a pretty good field hockey player. And she's looking at different colleges, and she'll be going in a couple of years, so she's
Yes.
got some time. But
Nice.
she's looking at a lot of options.
Yeah,
which
Coach
is good.
Cohen, give us a call.
There you go. If you're watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Cohen, give us a call.
Are we live?
Yeah. Well, yes, we are.
Okay.
All right. So, we are very busy during the summer months. Jack, more so than
Sorry, I
me.
gotta go.
Yeah. With everything, it doesn't really slow down, but it gets more manageable at this time of the year, which happens to be about the start of the football season, which, of course, if you follow us, we know we like to talk about football.
A little bit.
But before we get to that, I want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on locally. The high school sports season is starting. They've already started practices.
Oh, yes.
Games will be probably within a week or two.
Yeah.
They'll start with their schedule. And we're going to try to talk to some people more about local sports. But what we want to say is get out and go watch and support these kids. They play field hockey, soccer, girls soccer, football, golf. They run cross country. So if you get a chance, go out and support them, and always try to be positive and don't get kicked out by
Absolutely.
referees. Don't make referees mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we know referees, Adam and I work with referees who do it part-time, and they're good people. They don't have agendas. They love the sport.
Yep.
So, and we also know a couple of coaches that
Yeah.
also work with us. So, but we're happy, and we're going to try to follow up more with some local stuff. Speaking of local stuff, here at the golf course, Jack, first of all, why don't you talk about the Skipjack Super Pass?
Yes, indeedy.
And let
We're
everybody know about
we're
that.
having a heck of a summer, and we continue to support the Skipjack Super Pass program. It's $99 to buy in and $44 golf all day, every day. So you can play Sunday morning for $44 as opposed to our normal rate, which saves you about $30-some, and it's a value of like none other in the area. We've got about 450 people that are signed up and using it, so it's a great value. The course is in great shape, and we're on the map. We're on the golf map. People are coming from far and wide to play here,
Yeah.
and it's exciting to see the gem that's the golf course.
And we taped this at Great Hope Golf Course.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you get a chance, the course is looking good. We want to thank Lee Sims, the superintendent.
Yep.
He's doing a great job.
And Joel Reagan, by the way, does a great
Yes.
job. She's
Yeah.
very much here all the time.
Yeah, so they're
Among
working-
others, Joey.
Yes,
and,
they're working hard.
cast of 4 or 5.
And you and Mark are giving
So
lessons
we're busy as
and
can be.
running
Yeah,
this
we're
pro
doing our
shop
thing. We're
and
doing the pro golf thing.
managing
and,
people
yeah.
getting out on time
And the
all
high
that.
schools. So this is the high school time of year, and for 2 weeks prior to the actual start of their matches, they're able to practice. And boy, they practice. They're coming out. We have 4 local schools that we host here and support and give the golf course to and give the range balls to. So it's Washington High, Chrisfield High, who's in their second year of having their program, Pocomoke, and then a new program from Holly Grove, just up the road, and they're brand new. So it's between 4 and 6 players, or maybe a little bit more. So maybe Washington has a few more than that. But the game of golf is exploding, and the interest is unbelievable, and the fact that all these young people are coming to it, kind of just to experiment, is fantastic. So
And because
seeing it all is awesome.
golf is such a lifelong sport.
No question.
It's good to see young kids playing it now, because playing it now means maybe they'll stick with it
Correct.
and be playing,
No question.
until they're hitting off the senior teams.
I have the actual story with starting kids young, because both my boys I had in my camps when I was teaching back 25 years ago at this point. So I made them go in and learn the grip and the setup and go on and do the stuff. And I fell in love with it initially. They didn't. They were interested in other sports, swimming, and then ultimately baseball. So they kind of didn't focus on it. And guess what now? You know what they say? Dad, why didn't you make me play golf?
Yeah.
I want to
Exactly.
be great now. So they're 29 and 27, and they got great swings, and they came back to it very easily. And they are the envy of their other friends who didn't get the same instruction
You
at a
taught them
young
enough.
age.
You taught them enough.
And so I can see it immediately. I can almost tell immediately who started when they were young,
Right.
just seeing them swing, because it's amazing what impact those early swings have on retention. And so you can come back to it later. But it doesn't mean you can't learn it if you didn't do it.
Right.
I mean, I started a couple not too long ago that were mid-60s and never done it. And now they're coming out on a regular basis because they're retired and want something to do.
Sure.
So the game is what you want and what you want to make of it. So we're glad to support the local high schools, and it's just to see the energy and the focus and the volunteers that coach. Some of them get a little bit of money, but they're out of the goodness of their heart. So right now, it's cool to play golf. Somehow golf got cool to play.
There it is.
And kids in their 20s, 30s, even through up to 40, seeing them walk through the door every day, that I've never seen, and my friends never played. I don't like to hear that when they're going on the golf course for the first time necessarily, but we need to educate a little bit more how to do the good stuff out there. But
Good.
I mean, Great Hope, we're here for the kids.
And Jack, you just said it. You're never too young or too old to pick up the game of golf. You were just talking about the ones that you've kind of got into playing now. And I think a lot of times people ride by a golf course, and if you've never played around a golf, if you've never been at a golf course,
Scary.
you're like, well, I don't. That might
What's
not
that
be
over
something
there?
for me,
Yeah.
but. We encourage you to stop by Great Hope, check it out.
Absolutely.
Talk to Jack and Mark. Maybe take a lesson. Maybe bring your grandkids.
Absolutely.
It's a great social sport.
No
It's a great and I've been here today, and the staff, just everybody here, so professional. But you also have a very laid back, friendly atmosphere. Where
We're playing golf.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun.
That's right. So stop by Great Hope.
I liken it to going to a party and hanging out in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's right.
Where everything's talked about and
Yeah.
it's all fun, and that's kind of the approach that we take. And but it's professional, like you say. We get our job done. We get them on the golf course. The golf course is in impeccable
And this place
shape,
is beautiful.
and you can't beat the sights out there.
Yep.
And the course itself is challenging, but very fair. So we're on a roll.
And one of the best things I ever saw driving through the parking lot was a mom and dad and 2 young kids.
Mm-hmm.
The kid might have been I know they had to be under 10, and they had a little tiny set of golf clubs.
Yeah.
Like real golf
Real golf
clubs.
clubs, yeah.
Not like the big old plastic
No,
ones
no.
that my kids hit. The big ball and the big
Or
overhead
worse,
driver.
cutting down an adult club.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's like
they
a
had-
board. They can't even swing.
They
that
had
thing.
little clubs, and these kids were
Yeah.
kind of excited to get their clubs out
Yeah.
and go play, which
It's such a family thing, and I'm seeing way more family, coming in here. Fathers and sons, fathers and daughters, mothers, and so on, all the combinations. That's what the greatness of the game. Hell, the last 20 years of my life, and my father's life, was spent on the golf course. That's what I got to see him, and that's kind of the bond that you can do with the families, and it's a great way to spend 3 or 4 or 5 hours, whatever it might be. So encourage everybody, keep coming to the game.
Yep, come on out. All right, now, the NFL.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, we almost need music.
Da-da-da.
We're gonna have to increase our production budget.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. We want to talk about the NFL. I want to, first of all, when we're taping this, is the day after the big trade. The big news in the NFL of Micah Parsons going to the Packers. Is it a big deal? Does it help the Packers? Does it hurt the Cowboys? Where do you fall on this kind of stuff?
I think that trade would help any team, really.
There it
And
is.
is breaking news that Micah Parsons goes to Green Bay, or that Jerry Jones has finally lost his mind?
There it is.
There it is.
There it
There it is.
It's the final straw.
It's, you know,
Let's take our best
big
players, ship them all. Don't pay him what he's worth. No.
You know, I heard some people talking about it. The deal is better for Dallas. I'm guessing they were Dallas fans.
Probably
But
I guess they're getting, I don't know the exacts, but they're getting some number ones.
Two
and some
number ones
twos
and Kenny. No, just two number ones and Kenny Clark.
Okay.
Kenny Clark
No, I don't know.
came out of UCLA at like 19. He was eligible.
Is that right?
Yeah. He must have started early in college. 1920 when he came to the Packers. He's played for a long time. Statistically, I think last year might have been his poorest year, which it's not bad. He's always been the guy to plug up the middle. So that's going to hurt a little bit. I think they're counting on young guys to step in and fill his role. They gave up two number ones, and being a Packer fan, I think it should have been either two number ones or a number one and Kenny Clark. I think they gave away a little too much.
Time will tell.
But Parsons has to deliver now.
See, I think Jerry's leery of the injury, and that came out early on. And that's when he didn't pay him
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he missed 6 games. He didn't miss 6, like 4 or something. But got the wrong, info, like always. And so whatever happened with that whole Texas thing or Oklahoma thing or wherever he's from, that he felt like he got wronged by that guy. And
Yeah.
he wasn't going to give him any money
Wow.
for whatever infraction came up, or he was stubborn where he's just like off he goes.
Yes. And from what I hear, he negotiated with Parsons, which is illegal.
Right.
Like the NFLPA should be all over that, but
There was a hand. Yeah, it's all good there,
because
Jerry.
he didn't
Well,
want
I
his
got my
agent
guy.
around. Yeah, he didn't want his agent
You
around.
just signed your contract.
Yeah.
In my mind,
Yeah, and that's
that's an old.
and
That's an 80-year-old talking there.
now I think if he plays like he did in Dallas, that's going to help the Packers because their defense is
Yeah.
their weak link.
Sure.
So it'll help the Packers. I
Do
don't
you think
know. if it'll-
Micah likes going to Green Bay? What do you think that he? I mean, he's out of Dallas, I guess. Like or no like, he's going to do his job. But curious about the motivation part of it.
Yeah, I think he'll want to play. I think he wants to prove.
I mean, he's
Every-
a game record,
you know,
right? That's his value. He can
and you
change
know-
the course of the game. So
You hear it all the time as they play with a chip on their shoulder.
yeah.
Like everybody does. Like so, it's not. Don't just keep like when you're talking about somebody. Yeah, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. Like everyone is doing it, so it's not. So any kind of slight, I guess. Michael Jordan took this to the extreme where he made up slights.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to get motivated.
Just to motivate himself more. Like the one rookie or somebody was talking about him, and the rookie later on in the interview said, "I never said a word about him. He made the whole thing up." I'm like, what is that?
All those freaks of nature are all a little bit weird.
Yeah. So, he'll be loved in Green Bay.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
they love everybody.
I hope he has a great season.
They, and
Did they play? When did they play Dallas? They got to play
Fourth
Dallas
game?
this year. Fourth game?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
now
must-see
tell me
TV.
that's
I think
not
it's
going to
at
be
Dallas.
the flex. There's no flexing.
That's must be.
But
that's
wherever it
must-see
is,
TV.
it's going to
that-
be watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably was going to be a Sunday night game or a Monday.
Probably, yeah.
A Sunday night game or the 4:30 game.
Yeah.
Either way.
Hope so. They're
but-
changing it now if it's not.
Yeah. So we're here, and Jack and I, and now Adam, we always like to pick our Super Bowl teams early. We're never right. and then half the time I lose the piece of paper that I wrote.
That's right.
Okay.
So we never
All right.
know.
All right.
So
I
I'm
won-
gonna say
I won last
remember.
year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I had them all right last year.
I won last
I'm
year.
gonna remember.
Since you lost.
So,
on
yeah.
I wasn't on the show last year. I picked Philly.
You did, because I think I asked you off the show.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh.
And because you said that tush push will get them into the Super Bowl, and they'll win it with the tush push.
Which is still legal.
Yes,
They tried to get it out, or at least put it to a vote.
the brotherly shove.
Brotherly shove.
So,
Well, geez, I got to think about this.
so if anybody has anything to say, wants to start,
It's going to be hard to bet against Philly.
It is.
I hate to say it because I'm the division, NFC East division guy with Washington.
Yeah.
But man, they're pretty strong still. I don't think anything weird happened over the course of the offseason.
There's not. I mean, I don't know. Did anybody get really impacted by the draft? Maybe some of the marginal teams.
Yeah.
But
The Chargers with their running back. He's on my fantasy team. That's why I bring him up.
oh yeah.
Omari and Hampton. Remember
Oh
that
yeah.
guy?
I was,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Remember
was
that
looking
name?
to draft
Yeah, I
him.
was looking at him too.
Yeah, I didn't get him. So
Neither did I.
no, my draft grade was a D plus. So
You got plus. I got minus.
you got the D minus,
Yeah.
and Clint got the F.
Beautiful.
So
My question
Upsets all
about
over.
Philly is Saquon Barkley had a.
Right.
Can you match that?
Got to be.
again?
They call it.
Can someone match
Right.
that season again? Can he match that? Season?
That would be.
almost 2000, almost at the
Oh,
rushing record.
yeah, it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, you could say that him and the quarterback play really propelled them into that situation.
No question.
But if he's only 75% of that, they're still pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah,
know?
they're good.
No, they're
And
Now
very
they play in a tough division.
Yeah.
I think Commanders are going to be a lot stronger even than they were last year.
We hope.
Oh, I think all Commander fans would hope that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be
They
tough.
made some good moves on the
It's tough
offseason.
division.
Well, the biggest thing they did was sign McLaurin.
Well, that yeah,
So,
for sure.
you
But they
know.
have some other. The defense is going to be pretty solid
yeah,
the way they're structured it.
yeah. And,
And they got a couple,
Dan-
running backs enough to get rid of Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
So
And can Daniels have, can he
he-
step
right.
up
There's
his
always that
second year?
rookie,
You know,
to,
Sophomore
second year,
slump.
sophomore
Yeah.
slump.
Will it happen?
Regression
Yeah.
to the mean. I love that phrase. Regression
know.
to the mean.
I know we listen to sports radio, and Dan Patrick's always talking about the Commanders won like 6 games in the last minute.
That's right.
And that's kind of a freaky statistic.
Correct.
Can they do that again? Do they have that, that
Right.
kind of magic in,
Well, so each team has a year of film of Daniels and of the schemes they had last year. It always is harder the second year for a quarterback because they know what his tendencies are. And these defenses literally scheme and have a guy stand in one place waiting for him to do his thing.
Yeah.
And that's where he's got to be ready to change. And he is so mobile. Maybe he can just continue to be that guy. But it'll be curious. Just if they put him in the preseason game and one of the plays he's running down the field and doesn't run out of bounds, he's got to stop that. I mean, he's got to run out of bounds. Don't be taking on these big boys coming at you. So that's my only fear is that he makes one of those kind of mistakes, and then I don't think if he gets hurt, it'll be a long year for the old Commanders.
Oh yeah. And like in the NFC, who else is there? The
Yeah.
Lions.
Well, that's my pick.
Yeah,
Well,
That's
Detroit.
my pick in the Super Bowl is Detroit.
They have a chip on their shoulder.
They do have a chip on their shoulder.
I just wrote mine
They're
down
a
before you said
spectacular
that.
offense.
Yeah.
I wrote mine down. I have Lions too. Go ahead.
Well, I think you're going to have my picks that I gave you off air.
Did you? I
Maybe.
don't remember those.
This is the year for the Buffalo Bills.
Damn it! What did
there
I
you
just
go.
write?
I know.
Just wrote Buffalo.
Yeah, right. This is the year for Josh Allen to finally break through the Buffalo Bills curse. They are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
You're picking the Bills,
Bills
all the way.
all the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. There you go. You got to go bold, Jack.
I
Go
got-
bold or
If
go
you're gonna
home.
go,
I got
you're gonna go
Lions winning the whole thing.
Win the
with
whole
Bills.
thing.
I think they were so close, and they blew that 24-7 lead last year. I think they're going to find an extra gear to make sure that doesn't happen again.
All right. I'm going to go bold to Baltimore. Wins the Super Bowl. And
Over.
they beat Philly. And the
All right.
curse continues in Buffalo.
Wide
I don't know
right.
why. But,
Wide right.
And I'm not even that big a Baltimore fan. I think Lamar is in the same kind of position as Josh Allen.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Yep.
the team that Baltimore has, on both sides of the ball, pretty good.
Absolutely.
And they played great later in the season last
Yep.
year. So hopefully they don't shoot themselves in the foot early like
And
they did.
is the guy in Buffalo, what's it, McDermott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he in trouble if they don't
Right.
get to the
That's
Super
a
Bowl?
question, right?
Like they can't get over Kansas City. They cannot beat Kansas City. So I'm guessing Kansas City's going to be in there somewhere along the way.
They always seem to. It
But-
seems amazing that it's even last year they were that competitive, and they won some crazy games
And is
too.
is his job?
They can- gonna do
Is that kind of
could be?
you know?
I mean, an owner at
If
some
they
point.
don't get there,
Yeah.
I think if they get there, he's okay.
Yeah.
But you've had that. He was what MVP last year, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Is he in trouble if they don't get to the Super
Right.
Bowl?
Well, it's a team effort. Josh will do his thing,
Yeah.
and if he gets some support, he'll execute, and then hopefully the defense is good enough so you don't have to put up 35 points a game to win.
Yeah. But they're capable.
But they're capable of doing it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So, all right. So I
And
got
if I
it.
bet on them, they're going to lose.
Well,
It's
see,
just
there
the
you
way
go.
it happens.
So,
I bet on them one year. The only time they lost the whole season was on the day that I bet.
so bet on the Bills to beat Baltimore,
There I
and
go.
your Super Bowl pick is secure.
There it is.
They will be there.
Well, what I've learned today, and of course, when we talk betting, that is for entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
But if you are watching this show and you're trying to get some hints, just fade Jack.
Yeah.
Just whatever Jack
Whatever I
bets,
say,
you
go
go
the
the
other
other
way.
way.
Other way.
You're probably going to be 65%.
And when I win, I fade myself. So I said I like them, so I picked the other one.
Don't listen to
Darn
me.
if it doesn't happen.
Don't listen to me because I don't know what the difference is between plus 165 and minus 250. I don't understand that at all.
Well, let me-
No. I don't. It would. We don't have enough
We don't have enough
battery
space.
We don't have
power
enough bandwidth.
to explain that to me so I understand it. So, yeah, we just like to bet for the fun of it. We don't ever lose money.
Entertainment purposes only.
That's right. And it's
Hear that,
sometimes-
wallet? Hear that?
Sometimes
Just
it's sadly
entertainment
entertaining.
purposes. My wallet's screaming at me right now.
All right. So, football hasn't started yet, so we just kind of get into it a little bit. We're all playing fantasy somewhere. Not all together. Jack and I are in the same fantasy league. I think my team is adequate. I think I deserve better than a D plus.
Well, yeah. If you have here's how I know that whole thing, because the computer picked one of the players,
Yeah.
and it's A plus.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Oh.
they picked the next best player.
You know what? I missed last year's draft. The computer picked it. I still didn't get an A plus.
Oh, really?
No, I got another D.
Where'd you fall in the draft? What pick?
Last
This
year?
No, this year.
12.
Oh.
12 of 12.
Yes.
Supposedly that was a random order, but I don't,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like it was the order of the,
It
of
does
last year's-
descending order of how we finished.
doesn't it?
That's what I thought
Because
too.
I
when
finished
saw it.
literally in the middle, and I was sixth in the pick,
And Clint was 11,
and Mark was
Clint was
second because
second to last. I was last.
because
I think.
yeah. So I think it just went down the way
Yeah.
it did our last year's
Yeah,
results.
I have a few questions.
Well, I predicted it
for
1
our
in 13,
commissioner.
just so you know.
1 in 13.
1 in 13.
That means I must go without a win.
The AI that wrote my little paragraph, very
Yeah.
entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I laughed the whole way through it.
I'll have to look
It's
into
amazing
mine.
those robots can come up with that kind of funny stuff.
All right, so that's the NFL, and that's
In a
again,
nutshell.
once they start playing, we like
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk more about it, like we
It's-
know,
We got
but we really
we
don't.
don't know. Nobody.
But it's fun.
A week from yesterday, right?
Yes.
Thursday
Yeah.
night?
Yep, 6 days.
And then Friday has a game.
Yep.
But you got to pay like $700 to get it because it's on YouTube, right?
Oh, is
YouTube
that-
like
yeah.
$700 a year? Or
Isn't
something?
it the one in Brazil or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a Friday, but it's YouTube only.
Yeah.
I don't do YouTube. I do about
Yeah,
all
I
the
don't-
other ones. I don't do.
You know,
YouTube.
they're talking about like playing a Super Bowl in England.
Ooh,
Is that right? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think because
That
they
won't
want
be
to
for
go
a while.
international,
Yeah.
there's like 2 games, everybody's playing like 2 games somewhere internationally.
yeah. Well, maybe it's
It's
going to evolve
like-
to like you had the NFC, AFC. It's going to be USA versus Europe NFL.
Well, I think that's what they wanted a
or
couple,
worldwide NFL.
like a bunch of years ago,
Yeah.
when they were playing, they had teams in Germany, and that's where the team
Yeah.
was based,
That
in
failed,
England. And,
right?
That didn't do it,
Did
right?
it fail?
yeah, it kind of did. Yeah.
So the model for the NFL should be kind of stay in your lane. And
Well,
to me,
got it
internationally,
going on.
when you go to England with your football to a country
That has
who plays football,
Yes.
but it's with a round ball,
With their
it's
foot.
almost offensive.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest.
Right.
And I know they do
sell out, though.
Oh, they love it.
they do well.
Germany, like, goes crazy.
They do well
Yeah.
internationally, but I don't know.
But to play a Super Bowl in Europe within the next 10 years wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
No. And
Maybe down the
But
lane.
they've thrown that out already. Like England has said, London has said, we would love to host the Super Bowl. So once it gets out there, then it kind of germinates for a while. And to me, the NFL is like the game of risk. They want world domination. They
Yeah.
want they want 24/7 through 65 headlines.
They're pretty
'cause
much
look
there
what-
now.
Look
right?
what,
Yeah, it's-
but look what they did to basketball last year.
Yeah.
Basketball
They just took
has
over
always-
Christmas.
Yes. And the NFL said, you've had
Who
long
cares?"
enough. We're going to with SARS now.
Yeah. That's true.
So, I don't know. I could say, I
Did you know that the second in command in the NFL, who was in charge of a lot of those expansion plans in,
Yeah.
in the media world, is now the commissioner of the PGA Tour?
really,
Brian Rollup, I think his name, or Rollup.
wow.
The tour
I did not know
stole him.
There
Well,
you go.
So he's in charge now of doing a whole different thing, but he's been credited with the YouTube and the Amazon deal and all that other
Oh, yeah.
stuff, and he's a really bright guy. So I'm wondering if what you're saying is just left over from his regime, where
Mhm.
he left this as a future plan.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen eventually because they're moving into more markets. They're playing in Brazil and Mexico City and Germany and
Yeah.
England.
Well, when did they start using players from over
Those
that
countries,
side?
yeah, that's the thing.
Only
well,
so
oh,
many
wait.
football players in this world.
I did see this, that when they cut down to their 53-man roster, you get 16 on your practice squad.
yeah.
Mhm.
You get a 17th if it's an international person.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I think I saw the Packers roster, and they brought in a kicker from Ireland.
No, that makes sense. Kickers would make sense
Yeah,
in that situation.
because they,
Because they're playing football
Right, right.
over there.
Or like someone related to The Rock from Samoa.
isn't Samoa part of isn't that a U.S. territory?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think so.
I don't.
I don't know. Yeah, well, no, because they all play at
This isn't a
BYU.
history show. This isn't a geography.
No,
We're failing if that's the case.
Yeah, so maybe they bring in Samoans. But no, they all play at BYU. and Southern
Polynesians.
Cal, yeah. They go to college.
Football's
in America.
popular. Yeah, football's popular.
It's a very popular sport.
in that area.
Not as popular as
The beautiful game.
rugby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What are they? The blacks? Is that their? Are they the Samoan? Yeah, that's their.
I don't track well with rugby.
That's their.
If we were talking Australian rules football, it would be something different.
Maybe,
I don't
yes.
track well with rugby.
No,
so.
rugby and Australian rules football are totally different.
Yes.
All right.
Come back over the curb.
We'll jump back.
Let's go back on the road.
You talked about the PGA, so this will lead us.
I know. I'm sorry. I got
This will lead us
started.
into the summer of golf, or what I like to call the summer of Scheffler. Go ahead, enlighten.
Oh, what a summer, man! It started with the Masters. With Rory McIlroy winning the Masters in dramatic fashion, amazing, fun, all that. Then he disappeared. That was big news for a while, and eventually, came back, played very mediocre since. So he kind of did his thing, and he's there. And then Scheffler was hurt early in the year. Kind of didn't hear from him. Evoked a statement from none other than Phil Mickelson that Scotty's just overrated and he won't win another tournament this year, or win a tournament this year. Well, Scotty's had Scotty's not on social media, but all the respondents to Scotty's 5 wins since then, two majors,
yes.
and 2 of the biggest events other than that, and the lowest scoring average, and won $56 million, and Player of the Year, and he's just
Everything but the Fed.
he had 8. What did he have? 14 top 8 finishes in a row to finish the year. So
Yeah.
even as bad is better than most of the better players. Good, which is really good. So he is clearly the dominant player, which is amazing because Rory McIlroy is a dominant force in the game for 15, 20 years now. And when you see the fact that that Scheffler stands on the tee with him and just goes, I can kick your ass.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't say it, but that's what happens.
Right.
And Rory's not intimidated by him. He's talked about how good Scotty Scheffler is.
Yeah.
And that he needs to raise his level up. So it's amazing with hard work and sticking to the fundamentals, even though he doesn't look like he has a fundamental swing.
Yeah.
But he's got it all going. And he lives a really wonderful life of serene, no social media.
Right.
And he says he doesn't really care about celebrating too much on wins and so on. And he's been interviewing more, and he's even getting reactions from some of the bigger stars in other sports with
Right.
how they handle winning.
Yeah.
Is this the only thing in life? He says it's down the list. Winning is down the list. The other important stuff that means is his family and
Yeah.
how how he lives his life and
is
so on. So he's quite the amazing character.
There's always been, like, I think except in the Nicklaus era, there were a lot of competitive golfers. And like Jack never separated himself greatly because Arnold was there for a while, and then Johnny Miller and Tom Watson and all of those guys, they were all relatively close. Nicklaus was the best in his era. And then, Tiger was clearly the best
Yeah.
in his time.
Right.
Is Scheffler getting
Well,
to that point
it's-
where
so-
he has separated from
No.
the pack
Not necessarily.
long enough, or by,
Longevity is Tom Watson was once asked what is a successful golf career. He says sustaining top level play for 10 plus years and having a record to look back on and say I did this, this, and this
Right.
over an extended period of time.
right,
Nicholas did it over 40 years, and all those majors. The fact that he won 18 majors is great, but he finished second 30 times
yeah,
and third 30 times. So he had a period of however many years where he was in the top 3 of every major,
yeah,
literally every year. So that's sustaining
Sustained excellence.
separation, et cetera, and you have your generational stars where every 10 years, 20 years maybe, there's a new star that emerges. Tiger created this whole bunch of these young, athletic, no fear athletes that are playing golf. The athletes play golf. They don't look like me. Some of them used to look like me.
Yeah.
There's a couple that have, maybe a paunch or something, but for the most part, they're and they work out. And you see all their. So Scheffler has taken his game and separated himself over the last 3 years.
okay.
So he got a long way to go.
But
And,
that's
when
fair that he is
But he has
the
separated
most
himself.
from the
And he has had a Tiger-like, separation over the last few months. And then the one last thing about golf this year that I thought was great was Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood got his first win, and over the last third of the playoffs. The last 3 tournaments, he was third, second, and first, or fourth, second, and first. So he clearly was the best for those 3 weeks, and
Right.
he won the FedEx Cup. So power to Tommy.
Good for him.
And then the Ryder Cup's coming up. So definitely next time we meet, hopefully, we will have the Ryder Cup results probably by that point.
Probably.
Because it's about 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Yeah, that's about the time we come back.
At Beth Page Black up in New York.
Yes.
And the anticipation for the raucous crowd is at a very high level.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, and Keegan Bradley didn't pick himself as part of the team, so he's fully the captain because he played well enough to be inside the 12 best players available to play. Top 6 get automatic bid. Second 6 don't get automatic bids.
Captains can choose.
So the captain chose 3 outside the 12.
Right.
Top 12. One of them was Richard. So I anticipate a very entertaining matches up there in a few weeks.
Should be fun.
Oh, great theater. Great theater. It's great theater, if nothing else. Just how it's,
I just like when the crowd gets rowdy.
Oh, well, you believe me. They're going to have cops everywhere because it could be over the top.
All right, let's switch gears here and talk about a couple of things. First, the summer is the season of the WNBA.
The W.
The W, and your team is
Tell them. The Mystics.
the Mystics.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
Yes.
Playing well.
Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs, but that's
No,
okay.
but they've improved.
Tremendously.
And probably the biggest story in the W
Is what, the Mystics?
no.
Oh. Caitlin Clark not playing?
Yes.
Yes.
What happened to her?
Yeah.
This is how much I
She's
follow.
had groin issues.
Groin,
Oh.
quad,
Yeah.
lower leg injuries.
Played maybe a quarter of the
13
season.
13
maybe.
games.
I saw a headline. The only
Yeah.
reason I have a headline saying that she burned out already and that she got no protection from the refs and that she was thrown on the floor a lot after the play and
Wow.
stuff like that. So
all that
it was
is
all
true except
negativity.
it's all true except the burn.
So she's not playing. 'Cause
She's
hurt.
injured, yeah, and they don't want to rush her back, but
Okay.
they may have to hopefully get her back. I think she's close for the playoff run, but it'll be tough.
Is her
'cause they
team
haven't played.
competing without her?
They're just over 500. Kelsey Mitchell is playing outstanding.
Oh, outstanding.
She's just like you can't even describe the type of. She's carrying them with Clark gone.
Yeah.
She was very good when they teamed up together, but she's carrying them. Nobody's going to touch the Lynx. I think they put together a great season. New York has had some injury problems with Brianna Stewart, and I guess Ionescu's been hurt lately. So there's a lot. And again, this is just a personal opinion. The WNBA does not do a good job of calling games consistently. The referees have to improve. As this league is starting to get more traction, more views, Clark has brought a lot of people, but so have some other people. But the one thing I always see in comments when I see stuff about him is that the referees aren't doing a good job. Too many people are getting hurt. There's a lot. Indiana lost like
Cunningham.
6 people this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Out,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
In the one game, they lost 2 players, and one of them was the emergency contract they had to get for when Clark went out, and then they re-signed her. And I have a hard time with. I know everybody talks about how physical basketball should be. Well, you gotta play hard. You gotta, you check them when they come through the lane. You hit them. You gotta. I'm old school. That's not basketball.
You can play basketball without all that.
Yeah, there is physical contact. I get it. It's
not
bound
like
to happen,
overly,
but
tackling.
not where you're poking somebody in the eye. I've never seen Steph Curry get poked in the eye
Exactly.
30 feet from the basket.
Exactly. And, Gary, I hear basketball purists, the reason why you like the WNBA, and a good friend of mine says, they play basketball below the rim.
Mhm.
So it's more of a fundamental game. But
Right.
if you're looking at it in that way, but then the refs are allowing them to bully and almost beat each other up, then that really kind of disintegrates where the level of basketball
Yeah.
is,
And I know they like to hang their hat on we're the toughest league around. You got to be tough to play in the WNBA, and
Oh, so that's.
You know,
Okay.
and I think the commissioner,
So who
I don't know.
controls that sort of
well,
scenario?
the commissioner,
The
she,
commissioner.
and I don't think she's against, because it gets eyeballs to watch when you see fights, which there aren't really fights.
but almost.
But people are like drawn to that. Ooh, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
You know, that's how like hockey was, and it got out of hand.
Right, I was just going to say.
Where hockey
They
had
had to
fights,
reel it back.
you know, you go to a boxing match and a hockey game breaks
Right.
out. You know,
And they changed to much more of a European style. Took this.
Yes,
And
they
so
lengthened
it's a
the
great
ice
game.
a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great game to
Yeah,
watch.
it's more
There are a
movement.
few. I mean, there's still hits and all that.
Sure, and there's
but
still fights, but
It's not like they don't employ a goon like they used to.
right.
And it kind of seems, I don't watch the WNBA, but just listening to you guys, maybe they have to redo the rules a little bit and educate the refs and
Well,
educate the players. You know,
I think
they
they
don't
let
wanna
it go too far, and so I find it hard to watch.
Yeah.
As much as I want to watch, you know, I followed Caitlin Clark in college, followed her last year, her rookie year, but that doesn't mean, like I used to follow UConn as a team, and so I know a lot of those players in the league that played at UConn.
Right.
When I watched them in college, I liked them.
Right.
You know, there are a lot of talented players,
Yes.
but it gets overshadowed by the violence, not violence, the roughness
Yeah.
of the league.
Courses are beautiful.
Interesting.
And I find that hard to watch. But now you are a pretty good
Yeah,
fan.
I watch it
You
a
watch
lot,
consistently.
Yes,
you
I
know.
do. And and real quick, we don't want to get stuck on the W, but
No.
just if the W is trying to be the NBA with the rough play, with that thing, what I would say to the commissioner is don't. Like you have,
Right.
women's college basketball has kind of evolved.
Mhm.
Again, it's under the rim, and also there's a lot of good shooters. There's a lot of good basketball players. So lean into that.
Yeah.
Let's lean into all of the Sonia Citrons, the Caitlin Clarks, the Paige Buckets. These kids, there are these adults that can really shoot and can
Yeah.
really play the game.
Yeah.
And let's really lean into that instead of the Brittany Griner throwing elbows and
Yeah.
knocking people down.
Yeah.
So you're playing the same sport as the NBA, but differentiate yourself. You're not playing ISO
Right.
like the NBA
Yeah,
is.
it's
LeBron
all
James comes down,
high
clears
screen
out
and
the
roll.
lane, high screen and roll.
Yeah.
With everyone run one play.
Right.
Like you're running plays here.
Yeah.
You're playing good basketball here.
And that's
So
fun to
let's-
watch.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's lean into that. We're playing good basketball, and we've got a lot of talented stars
And I
in the
don't,
league.
I don't think they're trying to be like the NBA, because the NBA is not that physical. The NBA, obviously,
Right.
they're bumping into each other. Basketball is 10 big men on a court with
Sorry,
a little bit of
excuse me.
space.
Fan this out now.
David will take it for you.
Okay. Oh, somebody's over there? Okay. Sorry, guys.
No, not a
Hey,
problem.
Dave. Hey.
We always like
Fan this
special
out.
guests.
Absolutely.
So there's going to be
There you go, buddy.
contact.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you don't see them, like, every night I watch the WNBA, I turn on a game, there's usually something overly physical. That doesn't happen in the NBA. They don't, that's the bad boys
Well,
and
the
the
NBA
Pistons
talks
in the
about
80s.
yeah, the
Right.
80s.
That's
Michael Jordan getting
that's what
beat
this
up coming
reminds
down the
me
middle.
of.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Do
hopefully
you
they
think,
get
do you
that
think
right.
the players have a desire to try to do what you're saying not to do, and that's be something more like the NBA than and not because they want to prove something, or,
I think they want to prove that.
but I mean, I'm thinking that it
Tougher.
might be the tougher
Yeah.
thing, that
Yeah,
goes on.
look at
So,
me.
I'm gonna, of course, take it back to golf. The LPGA is popular in the same kind of level probably as the WNBA, maybe not even. But the beauty of the LPGA is that they all have such great fundamentals, and they're fun to watch, and they're more relatable to the average golfer, even
Right.
the good golfer, because they're not hitting it 340 yards,
Yeah.
and they're not swinging out of their shoes, and they look statistically and fundamentally very sound, and they
Yeah.
chip and they putt and they play the game the way you would aspire to play,
Right.
and don't have to go out and overpower a course. So they're not trying to play another game
Like the men.
are
They're not
doing.
trying to be the
So they have
men's
their own
game.
identity. So I agree
Right.
with you 100%.
Right.
And part of the beauty of hockey now, for me watching it, is the grace of the passing all the way up the ice and not having it interrupted by a fight.
Yeah.
And for most of the game, they're playing. They're not looking to be a vendetta sort of based sport. It's so. I mean, I might have to start watching the WNBA because I don't relate at all because I don't watch it.
But you will, because it's probably how you played basketball.
Well, I mean, when I
you-
watch it, I see more of the.
You weren't
Yeah.
dunking the ball.
Right.
You know.
And I could honestly
And-
say I would watch if Caitlin was playing.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those ones that came with her,
And
as so
please-
many others did. So
Let's move on from she's the savior of the league.
yeah,
Give her credit for what she did, everybody, because what she has done is bring people and money to the W. But let's move on and let's just play now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't.
That's right.
Hope
Because
she
how
makes it
long
back.
are you gonna poke her in the eye, push her down, give her a cheap shot for what she's done?
and she's had to defend herself in a way that's probably more aggressive than she wants
Yeah.
to be.
Get
Well,
over
I
it.
can't speak for her. Maybe she likes it. I
And
don't know.
the reason why I think she's hurt is because they put her in the weight room so she would
Bulk
handle it
up.
more. Yes, well, she did.
Did she?
But I think you do that and
Yeah.
you put on a lot of muscle, then you have. I think that's what causes the hamstring strains, the quad pulls, and all that stuff. But that's just my theory. So, all right, now we're just about done here. We don't talk much baseball, especially this time. Maybe in a couple of weeks when it gets to the playoffs. But there's something that bothers me, and it has to do with nicknames. If I say Kevin Durant, what's his nickname?
What is his nickname?
What is this?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
We
Twitter
should have
guy.
We should have went more in depth in the pre-show.
I
KD,
oh, okay.
right?
Yes.
People call him KD.
Yes.
That's his nickname,
Yes.
Say
right?
Yes.
initials. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay. Vote.
LBJ, LeBron James.
I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
The former president?
Yeah, president of the United States.
He can't dunk.
Uh,
A lot of now you hear these people who just give nicknames, or just give initials.
yes. SGA.
SGA, thank you.
Yes.
MVP SGA.
SGA.
That's alphabet soup right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just really bothers me that they don't have real nicknames, they just have initials.
Well, we're running a little bit
I
late.
don't know
We
if
got
that bothers
one
anybody else.
school bus.
Because I remember the good old days of nicknames, right? Well, I don't know if you guys will even know. Say hey kid. Say hey kid.
Mickey Mantle.
No, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember.
See?
Yeah.
See?
I didn't know.
Right.
The Mick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? And, Shaquille O'Neal's the only guy, and he made his own nicknames.
Yeah.
What about Nicholas, the Golden Bear?
You see, exactly.
Yeah.
He wasn't JN.
Greg Norman, the Shark.
Yeah. He wasn't GN.
A lot of that comes from and
Lazy sportscasters.
being a broadcaster. That comes from being a lazy broadcaster.
Yes.
You know,
And-
you have a name that might challenge your
Oh, yeah, yeah.
dictation. You know, there's
Yeah.
a lot of names now in sports like an SGA.
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Yes.
That's his
Yeah.
name his mama gave him.
Right.
You know, so should you just
Luka.
call him Shea Alexander? You know, right.
Yeah.
The international component into some of these
But
sports.
Jokic even has a nickname.
The Joker.
Yes,
Yes.
that's a nickname. That's
Which
cool.
is a nickname. Yeah.
I like that.
I agree.
Not
I
just this
agree.
initial stuff. And what brought me to this, and it kind of ties into the baseball, is the catcher in Seattle. Who is he?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't.
I thought you might know that one.
I don't. No,
His
I'm
name.
sorry.
He's just set a record
Oh,
for
yeah.
most home
Right,
runs
right,
by a
right,
catcher
right, right, right,
in a
right.
season. His name's Cal Raleigh.
CR.
Raleigh.
No, his nickname is the Big
Oh,
Dumper.
The big dumper, yeah.
That is a nickname, right?
I guess. Yeah.
That-
I
that's
mean, it's a nickname.
Why?
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a
nickname.
good
I don't
nickname.
want to know what it derived from.
I don't
but
know
it's
if
a
it's
nickname.
because he had a big butt or what. I don't know. But he's not just CR. You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, come
I
on.
get it.
And I just wrote one down.
I get it.
Do you guys remember late 70s, maybe early 80s, Los Angeles Dodgers infielder by the name of Ron Say?
Mm-hmm.
You remember him?
Yeah.
What was his nickname? The Penguin.
I would have. That's a good pull. I would never.
Really?
That.
Well, you had to watch him run.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause he
I
ran like a
remember
penguin.
That. Yeah, now
Okay.
it makes sense.
So,
Okay.
but he was called the Penguin.
So here's my question on your nicknames. What do you think about the Great Eight?
Who's that?
Alex Ovechkin.
Oh,
Good nickname
Nice.
or bad nickname?
yeah, that's good.
They're referencing his number on his back.
Right, and he's
But
great because
the
he's
grade
the all-time
eight.
leading scorer.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's not AO.
AOV.
You know, who's AI?
Well, he does have two nicknames.
It's
OV
OV.
also.
Yes.
Right.
Fine.
But it's OVI, not OV.
But
Yeah, right,
basketball
right.
player AI.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, what? Well, it's just
Practice.
yeah.
Practice.
Practice my new nickname.
Practice.
Yeah.
He should have a nickname,
One of the
not
late,
just AI.
one of the golfers lately that I like for a nickname was Patrick Cantlay, because he's so stoic and he didn't play great this year, but because of his ability to under pressure hit great shots and do the right things, Patty Ice.
Yeah, because there's
He's
Matty
cool
Ice.
under pressure.
Because there's Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that he's Patty Ice. And again, who's probably got the most famous nickname that has stuck with him his whole life?
Black Mamba.
No, he gave himself that, I heard. But it's still a good nickname.
Yeah.
Kobe
It's
Bryant.
not KB,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson. Known worldwide as Magic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a good nick. That's a nickname.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger. Yes.
Eldrick's his first name.
Not anymore. He changed it to Tiger, I thought.
Oh, he might have.
Legally. I
Oh, he
thought
did?
legally did, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's my rant. I'm sorry. I like people to have nicknames that are nicknames. You know? Not just their initials. And you can, Hammer and Hank Aaron. The Hammer. Who
Yeah.
wasn't H.A.?
Not HA.
Yeah.
What kind
Yeah.
of name is
What's
that?
your nickname?
Uh-huh.
What's
Who
yours?
else? Who else besides Magic probably had the greatest nickname that stuck with him? You probably don't even know his first name. Babe Ruth.
Mm.
His mama didn't name him Babe.
Herman?
George.
George. Oh, yeah.
George Herman.
George. Oh, Herman was in there somewhere.
So everybody knows him Babe.
Yeah.
But then my semi-rant is when you're reading a story about somebody and they'll use the name, the nickname, and his last name. Like Irvin Magic Johnson. We all know he's Magic Johnson. You don't have to write Irvin.
Right.
Walt Clyde Fraser. We know he's Clyde Fraser because everybody calls him Clyde. That's
Clyde
been
the
a long-
Glide.
Well, there you go.
That was his nickname.
No,
That's
Drexler.
Drexler.
Oh, that was Drexler?
Drexler, yeah.
Clyde the
Oh,
Glide.
Clyde the Glide.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? Good
God, I don't know
name.
anything.
Hakeem the Dream.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
But,
go.
yeah, but you don't have to write Irvin Magic Johnson because we know who Magic Johnson is.
Round mound of rebound.
There you go. Charles Barkley.
One of the
Great, right? It's a
greatest
great
of all.
name, right?
That's one of the
The
greatest
hefty
of all
lefty.
time.
Yeah.
It's my all-time favorite. God rest his soul. What was his name? He was the quarterback from Kentucky, Jared somebody. And he was a big guy. And he played for the Giants for a little. He had a little cup of coffee.
Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was the hefty lefty, which
That's
he
a
was
good
a
one.
left-handed quarterback.
Yeah. Smoking Joe Free.
Yeah. Yeah. The fridge. You just say the fridge, you know you're
Yeah.
talking about William Perry.
Right.
You don't have to say William the refrigerator
WP.
Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
GH.
nowadays they'd be W.
Okay,
So-
GH. We got your point.
All right. So that's it. That's all the time we have. Adam's got another engagement he's got to head out to.
That he's missed.
And plus, I got a busy night, but that's another story. Anyway, thank you. If you have any questions, comments, it's ghicks@somersetmd.us,
Also known as GH.
also known as GH.
Yeah.
Send me your favorite nicknames
Sorry.
if you're watching this. If you want to be a part of the show, again, contact me through email and we can try to work something out. I've had people email me questions that I've come up with before the show and I read their responses as I would if they were here. I've had people on the phone talk to us. So, we want to have fun. If you want to be on the show, even come on down. We're at Great Hope. We're doing this. People coming and going. People getting tea times, going out golfing,
Yeah.
going to the caddy shack.
Beverages,
Yeah. So we're always looking for more
finding
people.
putter covers on the 14.
Yeah.
Thank
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing them to us.
It's happening.
Yeah. So again, thank you.
This is Jack Skillet, Frying Pan, Big Jack, Skilling signing off.
And I'm GH.
I couldn't resist. I was called so many things back in the day. It just hit me. I was like, man, I got my own nicknames.
Yeah. And I grew up in the era of nicknames. You just put an ER after somebody's name, last name. So I was Hickser. That was a big
There you
thing back
go.
in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.